Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'll be going through my pretty new Golden Child collection. I only got into Golden Child a couple months ago, and I have a little self-imposed rule for myself where I try not to back collect older groups like this because they debuted in 2017. But as you can imagine, something flipped in my mind and I went back and basically grabbed as many of their older albums as I can, which I will be showing off today in essentially what is an album haul. So I've actually had these albums for about a week now, but I'll be going through them on video just to show what I've actually gotten and what the usual inclusions are for these albums. So I'll be honest in that this video today will mostly be a little pointless, as I'm sure you can find a lot of flip-throughs for these albums on other videos and even on some official sites, but Golden Child absolutely grabbed me by the neck. I really only got into them a couple months ago. I would say I probably got into them maybe in April, May, so still pretty recently if anything, but I don't know what actually got me into them. I am a really big Infinite fan, and Infinite is part of their label, Ulim. But when Golden Child debuted, I wasn't into their song or anything, so I decided not to follow. And then I was just listening to one of those. Look at this Jaehyun. And Tag. Okay, so these are my two biases, Tag and Jaehyun. Juchan is also up there, but he isn't someone that I try to collect. So I actually started listening to Golden Child when I was listening to one of those anti-drop playlists on Spotify, and I really like the anti-drop theme in K-pop songs, so I started listening to their songs through there. I really got into their song One Lucid Dream, and I have to say, wow, that is an amazing song. Has to be probably one of my top K-pop songs ever. And when I listened to that, I just basically played it on repeat for a couple of weeks before I actually decided to stan. I try not to get into any new groups. I don't have the time, and subconsciously I always tell myself not to collect, but I know that I would like to, which is my own shortcoming. But with Golden Child, I started watching some of their variety of videos just because I really liked that one song, and I played it honestly on repeat for a couple of weeks. And then after that, I got COVID. So during those weeks during the time when I was actually like bedridden and couldn't do anything, I decided to watch a lot of their variety videos. And oh my gosh, they are so funny. I did actually experience a lot of symptoms even though I was triple vaxxed at that point. But like, watching their videos and watching them just interact with each other made me laugh to the point where like I would actually have coughing fits. So even though I was already suffering from a bunch of those respiratory symptoms, watching their variety made it worse and better at the same time, because at least I had something to do, but not at the risk of my own health. But either way, they made me laugh to the point where I would actually like cry. Like, that's how entertaining and funny they were. And I love how bright and open a lot of them are. I think their personalities are so funny. They all, like, it's a big group, so I'm not going to say that all of them are like best friends with each other or that they're each other's end all be all, but you can tell that they all have really good chemistry with each other and at least enjoy each other's presence, because I'm pretty sure that they've been living together for quite a few years now. I'm not sure if they're in one dorm or if they're in two, but that's 10 members. 10 dudes shoved into one tiny space, so I'm surprised that no one's left yet. Aside from the one member, but that was a health thing, so I don't count that. I haven't been talking about the albums because, I mean, you can see what's going on, but this album packaging is pretty interesting. This reminds me of Paradise, if anyone is into Infinite, where you basically had to open it like an envelope. And I'm not gonna lie, these pull tabs always freak me out because I'm 100% convinced that I am going to rip this. This is supposed to come with a with a single member poster as well. I don't think the seller included it, so I did message them because they were selling the rest of their albums for full inclusions. So it's surprising that they wouldn't have the poster because not a lot of people collect posters. But okay, something just came out of my album. It is this. Okay, I'm assuming that's just a little tab here, so I'm assuming the original seller did not go through this album very often. But it's fine, I can go through it enough for the both of us. But yes, I do like a lot of their songs. They have a pretty big discography because they did debut in 2017, so they have a lot of albums out there. But a lot of their albums are repackages, so it's basically like 1 or 2 new tracks plus the original songs from that album. So quite a lot of songs out there. I do have to admit that I like the trilogy the most, and I think that's a very common thread with a lot of people. So the trilogy is, and I'm probably going to go out of order, but it's Wannabe, and then One Lucid Dream, and then Without You. Right? Oh, I think I went through these out of order. That's fine. But yeah, it's those 3 songs, and those songs are what I would say, they found their darker colors in terms of vibe. So those are all very EDM heavy, very dance heavy. It's not like the bright summer pop that they used to be known for, or even like the soulful ballads, but I really like those songs. They haven't really done, or actually, they would continue to do darker concepts after that, especially with Take a Leap, which is this album here. This has 2 versions. I do have the other one, but the other one is signed and in a box, and I'm a little hesitant to take that out because the box it's in a shadow box, so it is like elsewhere. But this person was selling their, I think they're basically selling their full collection for Golden Child, and they had mostly everything except like the last 3 releases. And because they were selling, we'll just take these out. Because they were selling them with full inclusions, I really just had to grab them. I told myself, like I mentioned before, that I was not going to be back collecting because back collecting can be rather stressful for these older groups. Because, they just didn't have they didn't have any fan signs before that were virtual. So international fans wouldn't have a lot of extra stock on hand. So I wasn't too, they actually did include it. Okay, I didn't think they would. This is also like another inclusion. It's just like a ribbon. They didn't mention having this, which I think is pretty funny, but I'm glad they included it. How I'm gonna store this, I have no idea. But that's funny. What was I saying? Oh yeah, no back collecting. And I wasn't really vibing with some of their older releases, so I didn't really feel the need to go back and collect things. I don't have a lot of space in my cabinet anymore, so I really did want to be selective about what I would collect moving forward. Except this person was basically selling their full inclusion Jaehyun albums for, I think, $15 each. But then when I basically bulk bought 4 albums, they decided to give me a big discount, so they only charged me $40 for the 4 albums with full inclusions, aside from some missing member posters, which I did ask them about. Not having the member posters is not too big of a deal to me. I'm sure I can buy them secondhand. But it would be nice if I just had everything in one go. And this baby over here, let me change my camera angle a bit, is the holy grail. Like, I haven't been a Golden Child fan for a long time, only for a couple of months, but they have really, honestly, just taken over my entire life. So I'm really glad that I had a friend who had an extra Golden Child Reboot Deluxe. This is one of their few limited versions of their albums, and this album is difficult to get. I don't know how many of these sold of this version particularly, but people are selling them for $150 US without shipping, which is a lot for an album that's, unsigned. But as you can see, let me open it up here. Open it up. This is a thick boy. This is heavy and huge and comes with as many inclusions as I could possibly want. We have a 2020 I think this is 2020. We have a 2020. This is a Juchan poster. We can ignore that for now. This is a 2020 like calendar thing. I don't know how many more years until the next time we'll end up with the same dates as 2020. But I'm not gonna pull them all out because I don't want to rip this paper. But we also have this nice shiny A4 Juchan poster. These are member specific too. And my friend happened to have an extra Juchan one. Then we have beautiful postcards over here. I hate taking these out of the sleeve because I always dent the corners getting them back in. Let me see if I can get any out. But yeah, lots of member postcards here. I'm gonna put all these into a respective binder for them. And then we also have 20 photo cards. Now these photo cards and those member postcard sets do go a lot on the secondhand market. I think people sell the postcards for like $10 US for each. And then people sell these photo cards for I think $4 each. So if you want to get an entire set, it's kind of a lot of money. It's basically $28 for what, 2 postcards and 2 photo cards, even though this entire thing came with 20 photo cards and maybe 21 postcards. So people do be marking up things that are limited edition, which I can't blame them for. But yes, this is my quick album catch up. I want to flip through the photo book very quickly before my data or my storage runs out, because I've been taking a lot of videos back to back. This is their photo book over here. I'm gonna flip through it very quickly. Jaehyun looked like a god this era. I love the blonde hair. He looks so good. I love the heavy makeup. Like, how does someone look like that? I saw him in person and all I could think was, oh my god, he actually looks like that in person. You know, minus the amount of makeup, because this is one of their like heavier, darker concepts, but this era was everything. I love the outfits, I love the makeup. Like, look at that eyeshadow. Outfits, the makeup, the music. Like, I have no complaints for this era. Donghyun's hair here is really pretty and styled. Okay, sorry, that's gonna be another quick cut because my phone ran out of storage. But here, what was I saying? Yes, this era was everything. They served looks, they served talent. I don't really like the weird glow effect they had going on, but I can appreciate it for being artistic, if that's one way they want to look at it. But I love this album. Like, I love the physical contents of it because it came with so much. Like, I looked at the weight of my friend's package, and I think it was like 4 pounds, basically, of just this entire hard box. So they were really generous and they were really thoughtful for selling it to me. And I'm so happy with everything, and I love my Golden Child collection the way it is right now. I do have a lot of photo cards I need to put away. I did already have a binder for it, but I'm thinking of reorganizing everything because I did get a set of, 20 full group photo cards in here. And this is not my entire album collection. I do have a few that I'm not going to put out. I have my signed one because I recently went to their tour in the US. And I got their other version of Take a Leap signed. And I also have a Pump It Up version that another friend had sent to me. I have very generous friends. And this is everything for this video, at least. I am going to film another one sorting my photo cards because I have a lot. Even though you're also looking at my Jaehyun collection here, my bias is Tag, but he wasn't in the US tour when they came, so my perspective is a little skewed, but I would love to talk about my concert experience in the next video. Hopefully you'd enjoy this one, even though I'm not really going through any new information. But I will see you in the next video.